Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be seeing how to apply a B2 visa for parents. So I'll be guiding you with the steps on how to apply the visa. So first, let's see what are the steps. So first, we're gonna fill the DS-160 form, which is the very first step you need to take while applying the visa. And next, you're gonna create a visa scheduling account for your parents. And next, you're gonna pay the visa booking fee, schedule an interview, and attend the interview with the required documents. So first, we're gonna see how to fill the DS-160 form. So first, go to Google and press DS-160. You can see the following links where you need to go through the first link. That's you can see in the screen, right? So you'll be seeing the following page. Here, you need to select a location where you'll be applying for the visa. So just type India. You can see the following cities like Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi. So you can select anyone, which one you like, which one you prefer to go to the interview. This is not the final thing, it's just a formality. So you can select any Hyderabad or something like that. So next, enter the captcha that's shown there. So here, so if you're initially starting an application for the first time, you're gonna press the start an application, or if you already started in DS-160 and if you would like to continue the same application, you gotta press the retrieve an application. So here we are starting the application. So we select the start an application option. So here you can see this ID. This is your DS-160 ID. So this is really important, and you gotta remember this ID to reopen your DS-160 form later on. So press the agree button over here, and later remember this thing or take a screenshot of this thing. And here you need to provide some security questions. So you can select any of the security questions over here. So for example, yeah, whatever. You just give which one you like. In what city did you meet your spouse, or what is the name of your favorite childhood friend? For example, it's Mahesh. Continue. You'll be seeing the following screen, and one thing I want to kind of clarify over here is if you're applying a visa for your parents, like both of your parents, for example, your father and mother, you need to fill separate DS-160s for both of them. Like for your father, you need to fill the DS-160 separately, and for your mother, you need to fill the DS-160 separately. For example, think we are filling the DS-160 for your father. Uh, so give the surname. Uh, let's say it is Kattamaneni. Just an example. So for the given name here, you need to give your father's first name and the middle name as well, if you have any middle name with a space. For example, let's say it's Mahesh Babu. So full name in native alphabet. You can click this as does not apply, and here you can see have used other names. So if you have any name change in previously, you can click S and give the related details. So most of the cases it's no. So here, do you have a telecode that represents your name? No, you can click no, and it's you can give the sex as male, or for you if you it's your mother, it's female, and the marital status as married. So date and place of birth according to the passport. Let's say it's 1/1/1970. City as Hyderabad. State and India. So this particular thing, it needs to be similar to your passport, to your father's passport or your mother's passport. So here you need to press next, and here country of origin. Again, you can type India. Or do you hold or have you held any nationality other than one indicated above or nationality? You can click no. Are you a permanent resident of a country or region other than your country? You can click no. So national identification number. Here it's your choice. You can also enter an Aadhaar number, or you can also press does not apply. It doesn't matter. And for the US Social Security number, click does not apply. US taxpayer ID does not apply. Next. So you can see the following page. Here you can select the purpose of the trip to the US as the B2, that is the second thing. And next, click on this and select B2 as the required visa, because mostly B1 is for the business purpose, and for tourism and medical treatment, we use the B2. And here, have you made any specific travel plans? You can click on no. And if your parents are visiting for your graduation, you can put the internet date of arrival as your graduation month. And if not, if you're visiting, if your parents are planning to visit on some other dates, you can just put the same. Here, intended length of stay in years, you can click as 1 month, or how long you're planning to stay. You can click that. You can, yeah. And next, address where you will stay in the US. So here, if your parents are gonna stay with you, you're gonna put your address, US address. Or if your parents are planning to stay in any other hotel, you can just put the hotel address. So next, this is important. So if your parents are paying are paying for their trip for by themselves, so you can click it as self. For example, both your father and mother are applying for the visa, but your father is paying for both of the trip, for your mother as well as him. So here, while you're filling your father's DS-160, you can click this as self. And while you're filling your mother's DS-160, here you can click as the other person if your father is paying. And here in the surnames, you can add your father's surname and father's full name. Here your father's mobile number, email, and in the relationship, you can select the relation as spouse. And is the address of the party paying for your trip the same as your home or mailing address? You can click on yes. So if your mother is also paying for her trip herself, you can click on just self. But the only thing is, while you're visiting the interview, you need to show them the required proofs that you can afford the trip by yourself. Okay. Yeah. So for now, I'm clicking this as self, and you can next click on this travel companions. So here, this your consider this as your father's DS-160, and are there other persons traveling with you? Consider this as your mother is also traveling with your father. You can just click on yes. Are you traveling as a part of group of organization? You can click on no. And here, enter persons traveling with you. Here you can enter your mother's surname and mother's given name. And in the relation, you can select as spouse. For example, it is GHATA. For example, it is Sunita. Consider this. And you can click on next. Here, we need to fill some previous US travel information. Uh, there will be questions like, have you ever been in the US? If you are already been in the US, you can click on yes. If not, it's like no. So have you ever been issued a US visa? No. Have you ever been refused a US visa? You can click on no. Have you anyone ever filled an immigrant petition on your behalf? You can click on no. So most of the cases, the answer is no, but you can just recheck the questions. So next. So you can see this following page. Here you need to enter your home address where your parents are currently living in India. For example, consider street as example Madhapur. Here the city name, state. If enter the zip code, I'm just clicking that does not apply, and it's India. Here is your mailing address the same as your home address. You can click on yes if it is yes, and here you can enter any phone number. And for the secondary phone number, you can click on does not apply. So have you ever used any other phone numbers in the last 5 years? If you haven't used anyone, you can click on no, and enter the mailing address of your parents. Have you used any other email address in the last 5 years? If not, you can click on no. If yes, you can click on yes and add the other email as well. So here, social media. So your parents are using any of the social media like Facebook, Instagram, etc. You can provide the URL of that, even LinkedIn. If not, you can click on just none. That's fine. So do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other websites or applications you have used within the last 5 years to create or share content? You can just click on no and click on next here. So this is the passport or travel document. Here you can click on the regular and enter your passport number. I'm just entering some random number. Here passport book number, you can click on does not apply, and country is India, and city where your passport is issued. You can find it on the front page. And here you need to enter the issuance date and the expiration date. So have you ever lost a passport or had one stolen? If not, you can click on no and next. So US, oh sorry, I think we missed one. Yeah, yeah, next. So you can see this following point of contact information. Here you need to enter your son or daughter who is in the US, their contact information, their surname and their full name. And in the organization name, you can click on do not know. And relationship to you, you can click as uh, here you can click the relation as relative. Okay. Next, you need to enter their address. Uh, yeah, the same address where you already entered uh, in the previous sections. Okay, the US address where your son is living. Okay, so yeah. Next, you can click on to the family section. Here, you need to enter your father's full name. For example, you're filling your father's DS-160. You need to enter his your father's father full name and date of birth, your mother's full name and date of birth. So, do you have any immediate relatives, not including parents in the United States? You can click on yes, and here you need to enter your name, like your surname and your full name, and relationship to you. You need to enter as child, and here relative status is non-immigrant. Okay, for example, your name is Nitin, and yeah, and click on next. Next, you can see the following screen. Here, you need to enter spouse full name. For example, you're filling your father's DS-160, enter your mother's surname, given name, her date of birth, and country as India, and place of birth, and the address. You can click this as same as home address. In the same, if you're filling your mother's DS-160, just enter your father's details over here, and you can click on next. See the following screen. Here, click on the primary occupation. So, if this is your mother's DS-160 and she's a housewife, you can just click on homemaker, and you can just continue to the work and education thing. But if you're filling your father's DS-160 and he is doing some any business or job or whatever, you can just click on the relative thing. For example, he's a government employee, you can just click on the government. Or if he's a, you know, farmer, you can click on agriculture, whatever. So for example, click on government, and here, if he's a school teacher, you can just enter the school details and school address and how many years he's been working, and what's his annual income. So if he's, you know, he's working in the agriculture field, you can just write this as self-employed, and you can enter your address as your home address, and enter the income as whatever the annual income, you can just enter your income. So for example, if this is your mother's, you can just click on homemaker and continue to the next section. So relating to work, education, training information, were you previously employed? If yes, you can click on yes and then enter the previous details. If your father is employed, if this is your mother and she's just a homemaker, you can just click on no. And if she had any degrees previously, you can click on yes and add your mother's or father's degrees or whatever their highest level of education is. If she is uneducated, you can just click on no. That's fine. So click on next. So here, do you belong to a clan or tribe? Most of the cases you can click on no, and provide a list of languages you speak. So you can just enter the language whatever you speak. It might be Telugu, English, or Hindi, and you can click on add another to add another language. Okay. So here, for example, click on English. So next, have you traveled to any other countries in the last 5 years? If you do so, you can just click on yes and add the country names. If not, you can click on no. Have you belonged to or contributed or worked for any professional, social, or charitable organization? You click on no. If not, do you have any specialized skills or training such as firearm skill key? You can click on no. Have you ever served in the military? No. Have you ever served in or been a member or been involved with the parliamentary unit, sorry, paramilitary unit? Or most of the cases, no. So you can click on next, security and background. Here, do you have a communicable disease or public health significance? You can click on no. Do you have a mental or physical disorder? You click on no. Are you or have you ever been a drug abuser or addict? You can click on no. Next. So most of these answers will be no, but you can cross-check with the questions. It may be different for some of you, but most of the cases it's no. And click on next, part 3. Same here. So most of these answers will be no, almost for all of the people. But in some cases, it might be different for you. So you can just cross-check the questions. So I'm just clicking no for all of these and click on next. So have you ever so to obtain? Yeah, again, click on no. Same thing. So this is the review. Here, you can review whatever you have given in the DS-160 and click on next. And here you can see all the travel information. Next, you can see all the contact information, family information. So here you can review all of this, whatever the answers you have provided. So here you can click on next, sign and submit. So here you need to enter your did anyone assist you while filling out this application? Uh, if your son is filling your application on behalf of you, you can click on yes, but in most of the cases you can do it very easily, so you can click on no if you self fill this form. So here just click on no. So enter your passport number and enter the captcha code and sign and submit the application. So once you submit the application, you cannot make any changes in the DS-160. If you have any necessary changes to make, when you visit the, you know, visa office for the biometrics, there will be this there will be an office just right outside the biometrics visa office that says the DS-160 changes, so they can make any changes you need to make. So you can just visit the office on your biometrics day and you can make the changes immediately. No need to worry about it. So next we'll see how to create the visa scheduling account and how to link the DS-160 to that to schedule the slot. So we have filled the DS-160 form. So next we need to create the visa scheduling account. So for this, we need to go to this link. I'll provide this visa scheduling account link in the description. You can click on that link. So here you need to create an account. So here you can click on don't have an account, sign up now. Here you need to give any username. I would suggest you to give your parents' first and last name as a username. So for this account, one account is enough. You don't need to create different accounts for your mother and father. So even if you're traveling as a group, one account is enough. So you can either create this account in the name of your father or mother. Anything is fine. So for example, think you're creating this account on your father's name. So enter your I suggest you to give his first and last name as the username. Next, enter your passwords and mail ID and click on send verification code. You'll be receiving a verification code to their email. Enter the OTP. Next, here enter the name as according to the passport, the first and last name, surname, and what is important in here is the three security questions. These three security questions are really important. So whenever you need to log in to this account, you need to enter at least two of the security questions. So make sure you enter appropriately. Okay. So you can just select any of these, but make sure you remember all these three security questions and click on create. So with this step, you will be creating a visa scheduling account. So after you click on this create button, so you'll be asking a few details like your address and phone number of your parent. So just enter that and click on next. So here you'll be seeing this visa option. Here you cannot change the country, India. Next visa type. You can click on non-immigrant, and here you can click on whatever the consulate you're preferring. Okay, yeah. So I'm clicking Hyderabad. Next visa category. Here click on business or tourism. So here you cannot change the language. So don't worry about the Telugu translator or Hindi translator if you are looking for one, because you need not to book the translator ahead of the interview. So while you go for the interview, you can there itself ask for a translator and they'll provide the translator. No need to worry about that. So next, click on visitor visa for business and pleasure. Here, click on B2. Click on next. So this is really important. So I already told you to remember the DS-160 confirmation number, the application number, which I already shown you before, right? So just enter that DS-160 confirmation number. So make sure you enter the exact number, okay? In this case, it is a 0. So just enter the same number and click on next. So are you a citizen of India? Click on yes. Next. Are you under 14 years of age? Click on no. Click on next. Are you 8 years of age or older? If it is yes, you can click on yes. If not, you can click on no. Click on next. So this is important. So here if your mother and father is traveling together, you need to add them as the dependent. So click on find and add dependent, and here create new dependent, and here you need to enter your uh, either mother's or father's, any of the dependents' first name and last name, and the email and the language. Okay, language is English, and click on continue. For example, it is, oh, sorry, and click on continue. Sorry. So here, relation to the applicant, you can click on spouse, country of birth, you can click on India, and enter the phone numbers and the address and the passport details. Okay, and you can click on the visa options and select as the B2 as the visa option. And here you need to pay a $180 of the visa appointment fees. Okay, after paying that $180 fees, you can schedule the appointment whenever wherever you need, or whenever whatever the dates you need. So that is all how you apply with the B1 B2 visa for your parents. So after scheduling your appointment, so these are the required documents for the biometrics. So for the biometrics, you want to take all the documents. You just need three documents: your appointment confirmation, and your DS-160 confirmation, and your original passports. That's it. Only these three documents are sufficient for the biometrics. Whereas for the documents for visa interview, you need to take the same three with addition. You need to bring your financial documents. So here you can include your, if you're an employee, you can include your pay slips, or you can include your bank statements or bank balance letters, whatever documents you can gather to prove that you can afford your trip to the visa officer. You can bring all those documents. And next, here you need to have a copies of your son or daughter's I-20, their passport copy and their visa copy, if possible their I-94 copy as well. And next, if possible, you can get an invitation letter from the college. And but nowadays, most of the colleges are not giving the invitation letter, so you can write an invitation letter by yourself. This is not a mandatory thing, but if you can send them an invitation letter, that will be great. Yeah. So these are the required documents for the visa interview. I hope you guys have a clear info of how to apply the B1 or B2 visa for your parents. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you.